All right, next up is saponification. So this is basically how they made soaps back in the day. So what you do is you take some sort of ester, which they got from animal fat, you add a base to it, and then you turn that into a carboxylate, which is your soap. Now, of course, if you want to reprotonate the carboxylic acid or the carboxylate to the carboxylic acid, you can just add some acidic water. And if you think about all the components, right, this OH right here is this OH right here. And then, of course, the ROH came from the ester. In terms of the mechanism, but it's pretty simple. Take a look at the work along. Again, this is how soap is made. So how they made soap, at least back in the day, was they took some kind of animal fat, which has a lot of triglycerides in it. Which basically are just 3 esters joined together. And these guys here are indeed 3 carbons. And then what you do is you just add some base to it. Back in the day, they called base lye. It was very easy to make. You just basically burn a bunch of stuff and you'll end up with a basic solution. And so bases were generally pretty easy to come by in those old days. Anyways, you'd break it apart into the carboxylate, and then that's your soap. If you think about how it works, right, this is just basic gen chem type of stuff. This end right here is obviously very polar and charged. So that's part's gonna like water. That's gonna be hydrophilic. And then this component over here is going to be very non-polar, and so that's going to be hydrophobic. And so basically what soap does is these hydrophobic compounds surround the dirt that's generally non-polar, and then these polar compounds have water attached to them or a hydrogen bond to the water, and then help dissolve away any dirt. So you can break up these esters using bases. You can also do it with acids. So if you have an ester and just add a bunch of acidic water to it, you'll get the carboxylic acid. And of course, the alcohol that broke off as well. In terms of the mechanism, pretty simple. Take a look at the work along.